Welcome back, everyone! In the jaw-dropping first part, we left off with Indy's life hanging by a thread. After a shocking helicopter evacuation and emergency surgery, we discovered a hidden menace wreaking havoc in his body, a burden that had been quietly causing damage for years. This isn't just about Indy, though. It's about a far-reaching issue that's affecting millions of men worldwide. We're talking about a silent enemy. One that's been cleverly disguised and downplayed by those who should be protecting us. Big corporations and their insatiable thirst for profit are at the heart of this conspiracy. They're doing everything in their power to bury the truth about this hidden menace, a parasite causing untold suffering for countless men. Why are they doing this? Maybe the truth threatens their profit margins. If the real cause of these prostate issues were to come to light, their products, their treatments, and their advice would become obsolete. They'd lose money, and they can't have that. So they keep the truth hidden and let men like Indy suffer. Now, this hidden menace we're talking about isn't what you might expect. It's not age, it's not genetics, and it's not lifestyle. It's something entirely different, something that's been overlooked and ignored for far too long. And here's the alternative. There's a simple 5-second bedtime ritual that can help. Sounds too good to be true, right? But stick around, because the details will blow your mind. Indy's story is a cautionary tale. It's a wake-up call to all men who are experiencing similar issues, and a beacon of hope for those who think there's no way out. It's a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of understanding, and the dangers of blindly trusting those in positions of authority. So I implore you to pay close attention. This might just save your life or the life of someone you know. Indy is a high school teacher from Indiana in his late 50s, just a regular guy who stumbled upon a miracle when it mattered most. Our story starts when Indy was in his early 40s. He was a model of perfect health, or so he thought. But then he started to notice something wasn't quite right. He was waking up several times each night with an overwhelming urge to pee. It was a minor inconvenience at first, but as the years went by, this inconvenience turned into a nightly ritual. He found himself waking up 5, 6, sometimes even 7 times a night. His stream got weaker and he was constantly worrying about finding the nearest bathroom. It started to affect his work, his social life. It was as if he was shackled to his bladder. As you can imagine, this took a toll on his marriage. He wasn't the same confident man anymore. He was always anxious, always on edge. Then came the day of the camping trip with his son. They were out in the wilderness, miles away from any form of civilization. Suddenly, Indy collapsed. His son was terrified. His dad, the man he'd always looked up to, was on the ground, writhing in pain. Thankfully, Indy managed to get help, but what followed was a whirlwind of a helicopter evacuation, emergency surgery, and a humiliating catheter insertion. Indy was conscious throughout the whole ordeal. He felt every pinch, every tug. He was terrified, humiliated, and in excruciating pain. But most of all, he was angry. Angry at his body for betraying him. Angry at himself for not taking his symptoms seriously. Recovering in the hospital, Indy was consumed with anger and despair. Angry at his condition for almost costing his life and despairing over the life he'd been living, a constant burden to his family. But little did he know this was just the beginning of his journey. He tried every medication, every herbal supplement, and even considered selling his house to pay for major surgery with no guarantees. He was losing hope, and then a miracle happened. Stay tuned to find out exactly what that miracle was. For now, let's leave Indy here, recovering in the hospital, contemplating his life and the choices he's made. Meanwhile, please take this moment to like and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future videos. In his darkest hour, a ray of light emerged. Indy stumbled upon a news report. A humble traveler from a distant land claimed to have the cure to Indy's prostate ailments. This brave soul was risking it all to expose the truth, the hidden menace that big corporations had been allegedly concealing. This revelation was met with resistance. Powerful entities came down hard on the whistleblower, accusing him of defamation, trying to silence the truth. But this brave man refused to back down. He stood firm, ready to fight for every man suffering from this hidden menace. But what was this groundbreaking information? Stay tuned for the next part, where we reveal the identity of the prostate menace and the miraculous 5-second bedtime ritual that changed his life and can probably change yours too. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for part 3. This story is just getting started.